Hey guys, it's Maymay, and today we're playing with the Suit Up stamp set again, and today we're playing with this stamp. I told you I would come back and show you more ways to use each one of the stamps. Today it's this one in this video, so let's get started with that. So for this card, I'm going to start with an A2 size card base. You see this is a base. This one is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm not going to be using my thicker cardstock for this. I wouldn't go thicker than 110 pounds. So normally, I use my Not Your Mama's cardstock, the 130 pound, but it would be too thick for how I'm going to use this today, I'm pretty sure. Haven't tried it, but I just thought I'd steer clear of it for today. So I'm going to be using my Misty for this, my mini Misty, because I think it'll be easier for me. But you don't have to do it this way. You're just going to make one stamp. But I'm going to place this piece into my Misty, my card base into the Misty, and I'm just going to magnet down the ends there. And at the top of the card, I'm going to place my stamp. So I'm going to come right up here to the top and place this little guy down. And actually, there is a line at the top, like a collar line. I don't want that to show. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scoot this guy down a little bit. I'm going to scoot my card forward, so I have a little bit of a gap up there, and that's the beauty of having the Misty. I can magnet it down, and then I'm going to let that top line hang off the edge because I just want the collar to end at the top of the card. So let me hang that off. And I'm going to have to look at it. Let me get where I can see if I'm in the right spot. That looks pretty good. I'm a little crooked on that end. And once I get this set, and I can even pay attention to my measurement here, so if I want to re-stamp this, I can. But we're just going to stamp it one time today, so this will be just fine. So get that onto my plate. Okay, and it wiggled a little bit. I'm just going to lay this over and make sure I'm still in a good spot, and I am. All right, now let's ink this up and stamp it down. You don't have to do that. You can let that black line be at the top. I just want it to hang off a little bit, but we put that there so if you were going to be cutting those collars away, which I probably will do in other videos to show you other ways to use it, we wanted you to have kind of a definitive ending line. All right, so lay this guy over, stamp it down onto our card front. Look how cute that is already. I love that. This is the easiest way to make a man's card, like a suit or a shirt card. It's so simple. Okay, so this we're going to come back to later, but we need to do one more bit of stamping. So I have this piece of plaid from the Tartan collection. This is the Cartabella Tartan, and I'm pretty sure we have this in store. We'll link all that in the blog post for you. And I want to do a plaid tie for my shirt. So leaving the tie on the Misty where I've got it, I am going to get this guy where I want the tie to stamp. So I'm just looking at that and seeing if that's what I want. That looks pretty good, but I might want more plaid in there. Let me flip this around and do it this way. This is what's so cool. I can kind of just look through my clear stamp and see, yeah, I like that much plaid there. That looks good. So I'm going to magnet this in place. Just like that, just on the sides where it won't matter. And I'm going to ink up mostly just the tie. I don't need the collar in any way. I'm just going to be cutting the tie out. So this set also feeds my paper piecing love because I love to paper piece. So all we're doing here is trying to get our tie. Perfect, we got him. So lift that up, and now we can do some fussy cutting. Okay, so we're going to be fussy cutting. You see I got one started already, and I wanted to point this out to you. We worked very hard on this set to make this as many straight edges for you to cut as possible because I didn't want you to have to buy a die for this set. That would be a very expensive die to make or die set to make because these are big pieces. So all you're going to have to do for the most part, the bow tie has a little bit of curves on it, but for the most part, you're just going to be cutting straight lines. And I thought that would be at least the easiest option for us. All right, so here I'm just cutting out the tie. Yes, I'm cutting across that collar, but I don't need the collar. Just the tie. So cute, that little tie. Now we can put the tie onto our card front, and all we have to do here is paper piece. And the way we do that is with glue. So just going to glue my tie straight down. It's almost like coloring with paper. So I'm going to place this over my other tie. Get it lined up nice and neat. And look how quick and easy we were able to do that. Isn't that cute? Just a little white shirt with a cute little tie. So there it is, glued down in place. Now what I want to do is add suspenders. Look how cute that would be. Now I know most men wouldn't wear their suspenders this close to the tie, but I think it's cute on the card. So I want my suspenders to match my tie. So let's do that. So I've got my stamp laid on my work surface, and this is my little Fisker's press. I'm going to use it to pick it up. I think that'll be the best way for stamping it. And I wanted to show you how I did that, because in order to get your stamp nice and straight, you want to make sure that you kind of place it on the line of your cutting mat, and that way you know it's nice and straight. Also, don't try to force it. Like, don't try to put it on your block and make it straight. That'll be so hard to do. Just let your mat help you and then pick it up that way. Much easier. Now I've cut for myself a little strip of that very same paper that I used to make the tie with. And now we're going to make our suspenders match. So I'm going to ink this guy up. Now you'll notice I've already stamped this stamp. When you get a new stamp, you need to season it. And what you'll want to do is just take a piece of scrap paper. Let's see if I have some scrap laying here somewhere. This will work. Take some paper and just stamp this guy onto another piece of paper 2 or 3 times to season it. I didn't press that very well. I've been doing that lately. I've been lifting up too quick, so there's that ink. But you'll just want to season it a few times before you use it, especially when you have those bold spaces like that. Now, another thing I want to caution you about with this stamp. Let me ink it up really good, and I'll show you. When you have a thin line and a bold line in one stamp, you don't want to overpress your thin lines to compensate for your bold line, if that makes sense. I keep getting ink on the feet. So be mindful of that too, right? Okay, so let me show you what I mean. I'm going to place this guy onto my paper. I'm going to press him down. Now, I don't have to do a lot of pressing up here to get that image, and I don't have to do a lot of pressing down here, but I do want to press on my bold image a little more. So try not to overpress your thin lines, because you don't want those to smear out, but you do want that one to get in there really good. I think that makes sense. All right, let's do another suspender. Great, we have our suspenders, and now I can cut them out. Now, this is another one of those spots for fussy cutting, but the beauty of it is it's very little more than just straight cuts. You're going to straight cut beside your suspender. And what I would do is cut that away and straight cut here and come back and get my curves after I get the bulk of this guy off. Now, here I can curve around because I can get to it pretty easy. Just like so, and then cut straight up. So I got my suspenders all cut out, and now I'm going to decide where I'm going to place them. And I think they're going to go something like this, and I'll show you on both sides. And what I'm going to do is draw a little line where I want to cut them off to match the collar. So I'm just going to place it down like so. That feels good and straight. And I'm going to take my pencil. And if you needed to, you could use a ruler to do this, but I'm going to make a mark right here. I'm just going to trace that little space where I want that to end. There's that one. And then this one the same. See if I can see how far over I came with that one. About like so. You guys, if it's not perfect, it won't matter. The card will be so cute. Everyone will love it. Okay. The recipient will love it for sure because you made it for them. All right, I'm just going to snip. You could totally just have paper piece the collar as well and laid it right over the top of these, but I just wanted to do it with one card base. So there's my little snips, and now we'll just test them. If I need to make any adjustments, I can. That looks good to me. That looks good to me. Look how cute that is. Okay, let's glue these down. Okay, so once you have them glued down, I'm just going to come down here to the bottom and trim off the excess. I'm going to use my long scissors for this. Then the other side. Super cute. That is adorable. I love how that looks. Got a little fuzz on there. How cute is that card already? I think I want to put a sentiment down here. So let's work on that. So this little piece is about 1¼ inch by 2½. And I'm going to use the little sentiment that says, I like your style. I think that'll be super cute on here. So I'm going to ink this up. And again, I need to season it. So let me get that little piece I used earlier. Because like I said, fine line and bold image stamps you want to season. That one did pretty good. Let's do it one more time because I don't want to have to overpress. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about if you've ever stamped like this before, use something that has a fine line and a bold image. You know what I'm talking about. You do want to season those. All right, so let's put this guy onto our little piece. Again, not wanting to overpress. I'm just putting a good flat pressure there. Isn't that cute? I love it. I love it. Now I think I'll ribbon banner the end of it. So just come down here and I'm just going to make a slice in the middle. And then I'm going to go from corner to the middle and from corner to the middle. just like that. Too cute. All right, I'm going to pop this up right down here on the end. I think that'll be so cute right there. So just got myself a little bit of foam. Put that on the back there. And then stick this into place. I think I'm going to put it right in the bottom. Just like that. That is so cute, y'all. What a precious card to be able to send to someone. You could stamp inside. There's more sentiments you can use. You could write inside, but what a cute card. You could even take this and like lay it over the middle of the tie, like it's almost like a tie bar. That would be cute too. So there you go, guys. That's another way to use our stamp set called Suit Up. Now, just for kicks and giggles, let me show you the other card I made with this set, and there is a video showing you how to do this one that we'll link in the iCard above and in the description below. It'll also be in the blog post for you. So that's 2 different cards you can make using this set. It's so cute. And these are just the simple ones. We haven't even dug in to see what else we can do with this yet. We're still doing the simple stuff. Now, I still have a couple of more that I want to show you how to do using the pocket and also the cuff. And I also want to show you using this in a different way. So watch for more videos coming. If you want to pick this up, we'll have the link for it below. And you can pick it up on our store at maymaymadeit.com. Now, as always, I want to know what you're making. And I bet when you get this set, you're going to make the cutest cards. And I would love to be inspired by what you do. So head to our website at maymaymadeit.com and go to our customer gallery and share photos of what you're making. If you need inspiration, if you're looking for something to do, especially with our products that we carry, there are over 2,000 posts there. It's almost like our own personal Pinterest. You can get lots of inspiration. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and like this video to let me know that you like what you see, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.